Hello, everybody. We're starting day 2 of the retreat of silence, being connected with your own self, putting attention to ourselves, scanning our thoughts, don't judge, just accept things as they are, understand our patterns or programmings, where is it all coming from? Well, because when you understand the root all where all your behaviors begin, it's easier to free you up and to stop doing it, to see how you can be free from all these patterns. And also the body wants to give you so many messages, but because we keep inputting stimulants, we cannot hear, and the message get louder and louder. And now that you not putting any stimulants, you can see the message in front of you and say, thank you for the message. Your body was trying to tell you something, and say, thank you, I'm learning my lesson. I'm gonna treat you better, body. I'm starting to get to know you more. It's a process. Yes. So we need to be gentle and understand the process where we just getting to explore our body and getting more connected to our body. And someone was asking about exercises. So everything is the mind. The mind is so powerful. Like 70% of what we see is manifestation, and the other 30% is matter. From this 30%, only 5% of the matter we can see and touch. 25% the matter we cannot even see it. So sometimes we put so much attention on what we can see, while there is so much of energy, manifestation, and powers in our minds that we miss out. So this is our chance to refocus where we really want to put our energy, where we really want to put our attention. And when the mind start playing tricks, say, take it back. It's okay to feel like that. Something new, something that you're not familiar, but everything is okay. You are safe and you are having a wonderful time enjoying this experience as human beings. This human's experience it has to be wonderful and joyous. And so it's the best thing is to like cover your eyes, be in dark. That's the easiest part, because you don't get distracted by anything outside, and you are in stillness. And yeah, the mind gonna try to play tricks, but it's your exercise to calm down and manage to calm down your mind. Because if you hello, Markus. When you start calming down your mind, you're gonna be calming any conflict, any situation. You're gonna be able to be calm and be in your mind in a neutral position. And exercises, we ask to avoid distractions, but always our priority is to be in a positive mind. This is very good if we do it with a positive, knowing that it's good for us. And if you feel an activity come to you, do it like a kid will do it. And yes, adapt it as it's make it easier for you and you enjoy more. Yoga. For you need to ask, will a kid do yoga? So yes, there are some things that stretching and all these movements that yoga has are amazing for the body, for the flexibility. So yes, it's a good yoga is amazing to get to let energy flow in your body, but there is a limit. Like everything is relative when it's like very structured, like um like when you need to follow mantras or things, when you get too structured, you need to think, will a kid do it? Will a kid enjoy doing it? Is it really will letting everything flow? And so today is a day when we start. Hello, Markus. We're waiting for him. We're gonna start seeing the withdrawal symptoms from abstinence. We're gonna be more in contact with the messages that the body has. Markus, welcome back.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Well, everything is right. It's on our way.
We cannot hear you very well. The volume is very low.
Then I have to talk a little bit
Yeah. It sounds
more.
good now.
Yes, Michael.
Okay, I gave
So,
a little.
I'm listening.
No, the sound is not that good.
Sound is not so good. I hear only a cape.
It's like not loud enough.
It's only that I have to talk a little bit louder and clearer.
Now it
Then
sounds
it's maybe a
perfect.
bit.
You touched
Yeah, why not?
something. I think the connection was not good. It now sounds amazing.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So go ahead. You were talking.
I finished my introduction. Now we can.
Okay. It's so I can talk again. But actually, you were talking about the symptoms of abstinence and everything else. But what you're feeling right now, but it's actually very easy now. It's only 24 hours, so the symptoms are soft, I would say. Because normally they start after 2 3 days. Then you see or feel even stronger the symptoms of abstinence, the symptoms of addiction. And it's actually nice to discover that you're an addict. It's not something negative. It would be negative when you discover nothing and you follow your life as an addict. Now you know you're an addict, or maybe you get a small spark of it that you're an addict, then you can change something. Otherwise, you think, that's normal. Eating, drinking, nutrition is a must, is an obligation, is something that is needed for your body. But you're not a machine. So everything what you put in your mouth, that goes out again. So it's actually like a water mill. You're working like a water mill. That means you work or you're reacting by stimulation, not by nutrition. So everything goes in, and by the stimulation, your body is reacting. And that what the reaction of your body, the medicine or the science is calling nutrition. But of course, there is no nutrition, because nutrition would be that you assimilate everything what you eat, but you do not assimilate actually nothing. Actually, you can't assimilate something what you are not composed of. When you're not composed of a carrot, so you can't be assimilate a carrot. It's obvious. But of course, the fairy tale is still in your mind because they repeated it so frequently that you believe you need something or believe you need proteins, vitamins, or whatever. But in the end, it's also a type of freedom because when you depend on substances, then you depend on your drug dealer. That's actually the supermarket at the corner, and there is no freedom. When I depend on something, there is no freedom. That's very easy to understand. So enjoy the symptoms of abstinence, and enjoy the discovery of yourself physically and also emotionally, because even emotionally it's a little too too early because the emotions come a little bit later on. But anyway, a little bit you can get the idea of your depending or dependence of stimulations, and then you have to discover why I want actually a stimulation. Why? And mainly you want a stimulation because you are in anxiety, in fear, or whatever you can call it, but you're in a situation that you don't like to be. And that causes anxiety. And to calm down anxiety, you need a drug. Any drug means alcohol, food, any distraction means this. Because when you're now you have if you had your feeling uh, of fear, of anxiety, of anxiousness, that you're anxious, and then you want to calm down. And normally you eat something, and that stimulates it. It's a drug, a stimulation. But you can also do it by distraction. You do any other activity or whatever, watching TV, watching your cell phone or whatever, to calm down. But actually, do not calm down. It only distracts you, because in the end, the anxiety is not something physically. It's only the reaction is physically, but behind everything is a thought. It's a thought, or what you do or think. It's not what you actually want, because normally when you're in a relation that you don't want to be, and you feel forced to be there, and then causes anxiety. Or you would do a job what you actually who wants to work, for example. Nobody wants to work. So when you have to go to work, that of course automatically you do something what you don't want to do. It causes anxiety. That's inevitable. It's actually a natural reaction. So that you have to discover as well. It's not only that you discover you're an addict. You have to go even further behind everything, to go to the source, to where it comes from. Because otherwise, that I could see by normal addicts, when you go to what do you call them, the anonymous alcoholics or whatever. I have been there as well, and when you see their coffee break, then they smoke. So they switch from alcohol to cigarette, or from alcohol to food. Then it's only switching your drug or your distraction or whatever you want to call it. But it's not a solution. It's only changing drugs. But you do not go to the source, to the cause of your anxiety. And that's very important. Otherwise, there will be never ever a change. Because as I guess it was some Rolly, no, Lolly, no, I can't remember the name. Who was asking that we now live, or we can switch to a prana living. It's actually we're talking about addiction, and when there is no process for freedom from the addiction. It would be nice. It would be easy. And there wouldn't be so much addicts in the world when you say, okay, do a 21 fast, and then you're free from your addiction. Ooh, would be easy. But that's not the case. We're talking here about an addiction. In addiction, you have to dissolve the cause, of your addiction. And the cause is normally anxiety. And anxiety is because you live a life that's not yours, because you live constantly on a lie, because you're pretending to be someone who you are not. And the main cause is, of course, you're searching for love. And of course, in the illusion, you will never ever find love. This is what the most people don't understand. You find only a distraction. Somebody who tells you who loves you, and then somebody loves me. Oh, okay, what nice it is. Oh, but of course he is lying, because he also searched for love. He or she, whatever. So the two beggars, or two what do you call it, lumbers, what they can give? Nothing, of course. When you search for love, what love you can give? Of course not, because you are thinking I'm lack of love. What love you can give is, of course, not, nothing. You give the love what you have learned. That's something different. And your love is actually conditionally. So you give actually conditional love, but that's not true love. It's below a condition. I will only love my partner. I only will love my children, or my family, or my stuff I love. It's done below a condition, and the condition, it's mine. And that's not true. That's not true love. It's business. I give love, and then I expecting love. Give and take. That's not true love. But of course, nobody understands really true love, because you can't feel true love. Because when you search for love, you do not feel love. Very easy to understand. And true love is something not only a sensation from outside, because now you are orientating yourself as with your ego mind outside, and then you're expecting some stimulation. Some stimulation means when somebody is telling you nice words or whatever, or gives you a big hug or whatever, or a kiss or whatever, and that's your stimulation from outside, and then you interpretate, that's love. But actually, true love you can only find inside you. Normally, everybody knows it, but everybody is searching outside. I can't understand this misunderstanding. When I know the treasure is inside me, why I'm searching outside? Makes no sense. But that's the big confusion in this world, that everybody is looking for the treasure in the illusion. The illusion can give you only an illusion. That's logical. So you can play in this illusion, but true love is only what you really are. It's your true self. And that's very nice to feel. But that you have to be, actually, you have to turn off the illusion, then you can feel actually the true love. But meanwhile, you pay attention to this illusion, then you can't feel actually nothing. You feel the illusion. Sounds very hard, but that's it. You feel the illusion, and think to feel the illusion. That's true love, or that's a reality. But of course, it's illusion. Therefore, everything what you feel in Spanish is even better to understanding, because what's in your mind, what you think, and so on. Mind comes from in Spanish from mentira, lie. That actually what's in your mind is actually a big lie. That's illusion. But you think what's in my mind, what I'm thinking, that's real. No, that's not real. But of course, when I'm telling you this, you say, what is he telling you? He knows nothing. So I'm always inviting to observe. Observe your feelings. Therefore, the word itself is telling you everything. Emotion. Comes from exterior, and motion comes from movement. So emotion, you reacting from this illusion, from the exterior world, you reacting. And that's actually an emotion. And that's actually a trap, because when you fall into the trap of the illusion and you're reacting on the illusion, that's called emotion. Okay, I'm talking. Let's see, is there any question, or somebody wants to share already what he experienced, or whatever?
I wanted to
Or
ask you if I
Yeah.
understood what your point is. For example, we are here playing life, so we playing a role. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, but it's just to play life, and everything I need is inside me. Or I'm self-sufficient. I have so much love. And yes, I can have a sister and I love her as a sister. I can have my neighbor and I love him as a neighbor. And but I'm not expecting a or conditioning them. Oh, my sister, if you don't do that, that's like, I'm not creating that drama. We can have a life partner and all that, and no blaming, no getting involved in the drama from outside. Everything, the happiness, the joy, the love, everything is inside me, and I can give unconditional love outside. Is something like that?
You can only, not really. Actually, because when you are in your true self do not look for a role, or play what you're doing at the role, like I'm the son of my father, or that's it's a role that you play. It's a play. That's not the truth. We are all together. We are actually one. We come from the same source. So there is no difference. But when you uh, uh, distinguish that scene, say, okay, this is my sister, this is the sister of somebody else that I do not care, but my sister I care, or my brother. And that's the difference over there. You distinguish what you is close to you and what is far from you. But actually, everybody is close to you. Everyone, nature, whatever, is close to you, because we come from the same source, from one soul or from one consciousness. So that's that. It's the way we should express love to everybody else and not distinguish. To my partner, I give love, but to somebody in the streets, I don't give love. I don't care. That's the problem. You have to be in your true self, in your true love. Then you can share true love. Otherwise, when you're in a as person in a role, then you share the love that you have learned, the conditional love. My sister, my family, or persons, or uh, people who are close to me. You understand, or what I try to explain?
Yes, yes, and I understand now. Thank.
Only my kids. I love only my kids. I give attention to my kids. But that's normal, because an ego is trained, you learn it from your parents. That's the conditional love. And that what you think is love, that's a conditional love, below a condition. It's my father, my family,
I
my
always,
kids. But
like,
that's actually very easy to observe. For example, you do greet somebody in the street. Okay, you greet somebody, perfect. But when he answer or not answer, you do not care.
I don't care.
But
Yeah.
but when you're expecting something, you're expecting a reaction, then you're doing it on a purpose, on an interest. That's actually the point. or you do it by a natural reaction. Then you have to observe. When you're expecting nothing, then it's actually true love. But normally we are trained that um, your love is conditional. That means I do something and expecting something. That's
Right.
that's your love. But it's, of course, that's not true love. But that's what you learn because your parents live this way, and then they teach you the same thing, and that's it. And then you do not understand true love because they do not understand true love. So uh, you're the true love, and well, science knows that we are all together one, and it's very easy to understand. But of course, we have, as I mentioned, to turn off this illusion from time to time, even more, even daily. That's actually we do right now. We do not pay attention outside. We do not eat. That's attention outside. We do not listen to outside. That means silence. And we do not do any actions outside. So everything outside is normally turned off, normally, in these 2 days. And then you can feel it. Then it's, in the beginning, it's a little bit hard for the most people because they start to thinking. Thinking is again outside. They think about the future or the past outside this. But sooner or later comes the moment that even your thoughts turn off, and then you feel it. You feel the moment of living, of true living. That's very nice. And in this moment of true living, you expect nothing, and you desire nothing at all. You're even happy to have only a hammock over there, and that's it. Then you're happy. You should be in peace with you alone. Then you can be with somebody else. Otherwise, no, because otherwise you're searching or you be with someone and expect or search for something to be there. You have to be in peace with yourself alone.
Exactly.
And expect, and then you can share with somebody else. Otherwise, you automatically the connection you are looking for is always love.
Yeah, and this is the issue with most couples, and that's why they get divorced. Right?
The most, I would say, all of them, because you have to have no interest in the others, but you have interest, and you search. Everybody's searching for love. That's actually like a virus, I would say, nowadays in humanity, searching for love. Everybody's searching for love because their parents taught them to search for love. It's that you can see in yourself. Why I'm searching for love? Makes this sense? No, I'm repeating a pattern that I have learned from my parents. That's perfect, because that's the moment when you discover what nonsense I'm doing. Makes that sense? I'm true love. Why I should search for love? What I'm doing? But it's in you so deeply that you have to observe in which moment I'm still searching for love. Now you discover, oh, I'm actually a love beggar. Oh, stop. Stop. Now I have to stop, and then I have only to observe in which moment I fall again in the trap of the pattern. Of course, it's a habit, and a habit turns always into an addiction. That's normal, but you have to ask yourself why I want a taste. Why I want a taste of sweetness or something salty. Why?
It's
Do not
also
come
a
from nowhere.
program in your mind.
Yeah, well, for example, when you desire something sweet, then it's actually something you want the love from your mom. When it's salty, then it's more in direction of the love from your father. You have always to ask you, what drives me to food? It do not come from nowhere. When I'm happy with myself, when I'm in peace with myself, then there is no thought of food or desire for food or desire for a taste. When I want a taste, I want to cover something, because the taste is a stimulation. and I want to cover something that I don't want to feel, an emotion. Nowadays we react on every emotion all the time. All the time there's stimulation of emotion all the time. So surround us more with the cell phone. All the time you get a message. All the time you get more information from there, and there. And then it's. In my point of view, it's an overdoses of information, and that's also causes a certain feeling of anxiety. But that, of course, it's the homework that you have to do to observe what drives me to food. But then you have to ask, yeah, of course, that's a challenge because we are so busy all the time doing something, but doing something that makes not much sense. But I'm enjoying actually doing nothing, and I'm enjoying also not sleeping. That's for me joy. That means I have the moment. Of course, my body takes a rest when you have certain activities, but I'm not sleeping. That's I'm awake, and then I'm observing my daily life, observing what thought I had over there, and I'm enjoying it. But when I'm struggling, I have to sleep. I have to sleep. Then I'm in constant fight with myself, and that causes stress, and that causes even more. You have to change what you think from yourself.
Yeah.
That's the big lie that you live. But for example, you live right now as a woman, as a partner, as a relation in marriage. But changing your life means, oh, there's no marriage, there's no partner. We are one. That's it. But when you fall into the trap, to the role again, I'm a wife, I have to fulfill this and that, that causes anxiety automatically because you're pretending to be someone that you are not. And that you have to change. You have to change your role. There is no role, actually. We have to live together in peace and harmony. And but you live there. So why? When there is no husband and there is no wife. Why? By comfort, by certain commonality, but then you also pretend. You pretend because I'm very comfortable here, so I have to fulfill my role. I do whatever somebody expects me, and I pretend. Even when I think I do not pretend, you pretend. You fake. Otherwise, you would be fine. And otherwise, you won't be there where you are right now. It's obvious. But that's your game. But you see that in this game that you play right now, you're not happy. So you have to change your game. To leave means to change. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm still there, where I don't want to be, then I'm faking, then I'm pretending, then I'm obviously causes anxiety. And then I need a drug to calm down this anxiety. It's very easy. I have to change means changing. It's not only to paint the windows in a different color or get a different storage or whatever furnitures in my house, and then I move the furniture from one side to another. Oh, I changed something. No, to understand the drug doesn't matter. If you take alcohol, cigarette, food, or whatever, that's a stimulation. That stimulants. That doesn't matter. You have to understand why you're using stimulants, why I'm using a drug. Why? Because I'm pretending, because I'm not living my life. I'm not living not that what I feel inside me. I'm pretending. So, and that causes also, of course, anxiety. So I can't create a difference in my life when I do not change. And that's, of course, it's hard because that means that I have to change completely everything. And I understand what's actually happening, but the change is necessary because the situation that you live right now is because of the life that you live. And when you that's actually called what do you call it? Said insanity. Insanity. When you are repeating everything again and again and expecting a change, that's insane. That you're insane. That you're crazy. But that's actually the most people are doing always the same, and then say, okay, sometimes there will be a change, or and change. They're changing furniture, they paint their houses, or they buy new shoes or no dress or whatever, and then now changed something. No, there is no change. By only by covering something, because that's actually what you do. You cover something, but inside everything is the same because you're in the same role. Even if you think you are not in a role, but who is thinking? Who is not in a role is this one you are not. And then when you're acting as somebody who you are not, then it causes anxiety. And then you need a drug to calm down. It's actually very easy to understand, but of course. That's the life of any addict. And nowadays, I would say 99% of the humanity live actually in anxiety. They live because there's so much, the most, of course, now it switched to China, but the most unhappy people were always the people in the US. That you can see how many what do you call them? The parks they have. We have Six Flags and so on. How many parks exist? How many distractions you need, or how many channel of TV channel are existing? Why? Because I need distractions because I'm so unhappy. And it switched right now actually to China. They are so busy and they do so much movement because they are also unhappy, because they're pretending. Everybody live actually in a big illusion. When you live in the illusion and understand it's an illusion, perfect. But when you think the illusion is real, then the reaction on the illusion is the emotion, then you suffer. The most people always tell me, you have no emotions, you do not feel nothing. Of course, I'm feeling, but I do not fall in the trap to this feeling. That's the game. Then you can understand the game. Then you see something. Okay, it's there. Very easy, actually. But also, you from time to time, I still fall into the. Last time I was falling in the trap when I was doing I shared time with the tribe or with tribal life, and then I could feel that everybody is hanging on my neck actually, and then I could feel all emotions of others, and then I actually absorbed everything over there, and then I felt actually terrible.
And that's when you eat sometimes, like sometimes,
but
sometimes you
sometimes,
eat.
but actually I tried when I come to a certain stage of anxiety, then I'd like to suck a lemon or suck an orange, nothing more. And then it's like you have your, what do you call them in English? I can't remember. That's what babies do. Have the toy in their mouth, and so and then I observe it at the moment. I'm now I take the lemon. It's not because the body wants it, but it's the stimulation of the lemon calms down me anxiety.
Soothes you.
But in the same moment, by calm down my anxiety, I observe the anxiety. I mean, it's not like to cover it and to try to forget it. No, I always want to get to the source, because I don't want to repeat it. Because when I do not change or change the habit or the custom or whatever, then later on it's again, and then I'm in a loop, and then I trapped again. So it takes time and takes some courage to say, okay, I have to change, and to observe, say, okay, this what I live right now, I'm not happy. I'm actually suffering physically. Then I have to change. Otherwise, when your body is already telling you, please change, then for what you are waiting for, or for what? That's actually uh, a call, a very urgent call, because the
I,
next step would be a harder illness.
I feel that when you change inside, when you start accepting yourself, putting boundaries, and ignoring what doesn't resonate with you, outside things start aligning with what is inside you.
It should be vice versa. You actually, from the moment that you put by side your ego, your self comes to the surface, your true self. And then there comes changes. But of course, you have to change your ego, actually, or to dissolve your ego. That means normally your ego have desires, have wishes, have plans or illusions in the head. And when you say, no, stop any desire. Now I expecting nothing. And then everything comes by its own and comes to you, everything, and then it starts to flow very harmoniously and very, very smooth, soft, and very, very nice. And that's what you actually call I have changed inside. But inside, there's only true love. There's no change inside. It's you give the permission from outside that the inside goes to the surface. You change your less personality, you're less ego, you're less dominant, you're less controller or controlling your life. And you say, oh no, I have more confidence, because now you control your life very, very strict. And in one moment you say, no, I will have confidence in my true self. And then in this moment you give actually the control to your true self. And then, whoop, everything comes from inside to the outside, and that's actually the moment that you feel changes. It's very nice. But of course, you have to change outside. That means to stop to pretend and stop your role, what you actually play. Even you think you're not play, but the ego plays always a role, because the ego is something programmed. So you fulfill the program.
Okay. Anyone else
Yeah.
has a question? We go into an hour.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have a question.
of course, but also we have to wrap it up after. If not, then it's too
Okay,
long
last
here.
question.
Let's do the last question. Tomorrow
I just, yeah,
I guess a little bit longer.
I just wanted to know if during this time I can do guided meditations.
Can you repeat your question?
I was wondering if during this time, if I can do some guided meditations, or do I have to be completely in silence?
For me, it's also a type of distraction, because for what purpose you need a guided meditation? The true meditation, in my point of view and in my observation, is observe and go to the cause. Because the most guided meditations and are a type of auto hypnosis and other form of distraction. Because when I'm in my meditations, I'm feeling well, but before and after I'm in the same mess. So why I'm doing this type of meditations or true meditations is to get to the cause of my anxiety, to get to discover why I'm in this anxiety, why I'm in this state of physical conditions. Because when you do always guided meditations, it's not bad, I would say, but in my observation, is too much distractions, too much They guide you in a direction that maybe you have to watch in another direction. And then they guide you in a certain stimulation, because it's also a type of stimulation. And when you are stimulated, you're in your mind, then you feel well. And that's actually you're searching for it. You're searching for not thinking. But the point is to observe why you're thinking so much and what nonsense you're thinking. And so therefore I would recommend do nothing. Do the difficult part, not meditation. Because the easy part is meditation or a guided meditation that you have already experienced. But the difficult part is no guided meditation, and observe the anxiety. You have to observe it. Because by meditation, the most people try to avoid the situations they're living in. So they try to distract themselves by meditations. But you can do whatever you want, but I would say observe. Do only observation.
I understand what you're saying. It's just so many hours observing that I just wanted a little bit of escape. I understand what you're saying. Thank you.
Actually, then you have to observe why I want to escape from it. Why I'm not happy in the moment. And you're not happy in the moment because there's a certain anxiety. When you do a fast, it comes to the surface very easily, the anxiety. And then you try to escape from it. In this case, you should actually stay. Oh, I know. I escape. I'm distracting my whole life. Now I take the time to observe the cause of it. That's also the courage you need to change.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome. So then we wrap it up for today. A suggestion for tomorrow, because normally when we do the closing or the what do you say, closing, yeah, then we need at least a little bit more time. But tomorrow at the time, also with another group physically here, and normally we close noon here. Now it's 10 o'clock, but they expected me to be a little bit early over there, that we close 10 o'clock. So that we have to start, if it's possible, tomorrow 1 hour earlier. Of course, I know there are people from the States, and I'm in Chile, and it's now 10 o'clock, and there it's even earlier, 8 o'clock. And when we start 9 o'clock, then it's there, or maybe even 6 o'clock in the morning, or even earlier. So if it's possible that we can start here 8 o'clock, and over there in the UK 11 o'clock in the morning would be nice. Then I'm
3 a.m. That's 3 a.m. my time.
Then I'm not so in the rush, because now I have to say, okay, I have to go. So and there's still questions, and then can't answer the questions, and so I know maybe the next time we search for another time schedule that everybody is a little bit more in a nicer comfort zone.
Okay.
So that we cover the 12 hours daytime for everybody.
Yes, and as always, was wonderful to listen to you. We're so grateful for your words and how you're helping us, Markus.
Actually, I do nothing. I'm only sharing my bad luck. Well, I have learned a lot by observing, and therefore I'm recommending it. And of course, I still fall into the trap of emotions, and therefore I recommend be aware every time, every day, observing, that you do not fall into the trap, because when you're in the trap, then you need a drug. Then you comes anxiety, and then you fall into the trap, and then you put something in your mouth, and comes stimulation, and then it's gone again. And when it's gone, then you forget it.
Yeah.
That's the trap. You still should feel it, Do not take time. When you feel the anxiety, say, okay, and I give a half an hour and then I will lead. But this half an hour, I take time to observe and get to the course because I want to change. I do not want to repeat, because when you take the drug, then you take the drug, then you get the stimulation, then you forget. Then think, everything is good. No, then you're drugged. Then you are under a certain type of narcosis. Narcosis, it calls, yeah.
And it's for a
So,
short. It's a short period, and then you keep needing more and more every time. So
of course,
it's
of course.
crazy.
Therefore, I know. I had these moments as well, so I understand what's actually happening. But therefore, I recommend do not fall into the trap very easily. When you see your hand on the handle of the fridge, then you say, ooh, 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 stop. Before we open the fridge, let's reflect. Let's reflect first, and then we calm down our anxiety by stimulation.
Thank you, Markus.
No, you're welcome, and enjoy the next 24 hours. Also, let's say a bigger step and a bigger feeling. But it's when you get to discover something, then it's actually something nice, even when it's by some what do you say, emotions, and also by some physical reactions of your body. Everything is perfect in the state you live right now. So enjoy, and tomorrow 1 hour earlier. I know, Lori, you are living very in the
3
west, or
a.m. Yeah, 3
I
a.m.
know, yeah. So
It's
very early,
okay. I
but
never sleep anyway,
but
so I'm always up.
the next time we schedule a little bit more a different time, so that's not too early, and also in another time zone, not too late, that we are in a certain comfort zone for everybody. Okay, then enjoy. Then see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Have a great day. Much love to all.
Bye.